Hello everyone, it's Farket here. Welcome to episode 3 of my playthrough. Now what I'm doing here, I'm actually trying to build catapults on top of the houseboat. The reason I build catapults is because you can store just about every item in the game in them. So like if you only have rocks or sticks or whatever, you can store them in there as well. I placed my food racks in here like this. I don't recommend you do it this way. What's that? Rabbit? It's a rabbit lizard. This 1, 2, that's 3 there. Oh, what? 4? Oh, nice. God, I don't usually see that spawning in hard mode. I'm gonna put my water racks here. I always put my 2 water collectors here. Every time. Now, I had trouble where I placed the food racks. They're in a dumb spot. Don't ever place them like that because you can't access the back of them. So I had to jump on the roof to get to them. Now this is where I like to place the bed, just in here. It's nice and cozy. It seems to be the perfect fit for it. So day 2 and my strength's at 22, which is all good. Now I'm going to start moving all the meat back to the boat because I don't really want to leave it here. It's a pain though, having to travel with all this meat. Day 23, strength 3, going well. Running out of space with my meat, so I'm going to have to build another one. Because I can't fit through the middle, I might as well put it in there as well. I just can't win. I shouldn't have put them in there like this. But they take up so much space and I don't want to use the roof because I have plans with the roof for other stuff, so I can't win, man. I just can't win. I still need more food racks. I just don't think I'm going to fit any more than this. I think that's 6, that should be plenty. I'm going to stock up, get some more lizards and stuff. See what else I can find, because I'm not coming back to the fertile lands once I leave here. This is a permanent goodbye, this one. So I'm going to get as much marigold and meat and stuff as possible. Ooh. Love it when the birds land right in front of you. It's awesome. Oh, there's another one. Nice. You always make sure they land first before you run up to them. So like in that landing motion. Because then they won't run away from you. If you're too soon or too late, they'll run away. Another one. Jesus. It's like I've got a birdhouse here. I still haven't played with the birdhouse. I haven't tested it. Yeah, see? Oh. You can't be too late. Once they land, if you're moving up to them, they'll take off. It doesn't look like I'm going to attract any more birds, but it looks like I've got a couple of lizards and rabbits here. Oh God, it's the worst time to run out of arrows, man. This is like mid-fight, but God, you know. Oh, even when you replace the arrows with the bow, it won't reload the bow. You have to put it away and get it out again. I don't know why it does that, but it's annoying. It's not a big deal, I guess. Man, I don't know what to do with all this rabbit skin. That's a crappy thing, is that you can't actually build skin racks on boats. You might be able to build one on top of the houseboat, but you can't build them on large rafts. I don't know why they've made it that way. It's frustrating. Going back up to the rope hut. The rope's respawned. Need it to finish off my bed. God, using the rock to hit things on the ground is terrible. It's so slow and uses so much energy. And can't see anything around here. I don't think there's anything. I'm sneaking anyway because I don't know, I just don't feel like dealing with cannibals right now. You know, I've gotten to a point where the game like is relatively easy for me and I can kill things, but I don't know, I just need to keep the excitement up. That's why I'm testing the stealth mechanics at the moment, is because it's adding a new element that I haven't really played with. We'll see how it goes though. I'm really worried about the fire chuckers. And stealth, I heard it burns your stealth armor off. Oh, by the way I'm going right now is actually just a bit of a shortcut. Well, it's not really a shortcut, but enemies don't come down here, so I want to avoid them as much as possible. But yes, this part is a little bit tricky. You have to jump over it. And you don't want to miss because it's a long swim. And especially at night in the dark, you don't want to be doing it. But yes, this little area here is actually really tucked away. It's a good little safe spot. I think it's one of the first places I ever built. I think I actually never got attacked here, but it's pretty far away from things, but it's right next to the big island. I actually remember it now, yeah. I built a bridge going from that little area to the big island. But back in those days when, oh, this is going back a year and a half, 2 years, there was no bridges in the game. So you had to use the simple walls, and you could stack them on top of each other. And what you do, you get on the edge of the cliff, and yeah, you could build them on top of each other and it built a bridge. The worst thing about it was if you had an angle was off, you're too short, you'd miss. You'd end up having the bridge go into the water or too far in the air. Yeah, that's how you used to build bridges, the simple walls. I don't think you can do it anymore though. They don't stack right on top of each other. It's kind of silly. But they were good bridges though, because they were nice and flat. The good old days. Not really. That was when drying racks were bloody, oh, like 20 sticks, and they used to hold like 15 meat, and they were near impossible to get meat off. Because they were sit in the middle and all that sort of crap. I'm probably going to cut a lot of this as well, because, yeah, it's just redundant. I don't know, like, when I'm watching, I used to watch Let's Plays of a few people, and they include a lot of redundant stuff in their videos, and, well, what I think is redundant, and I've got a short attention span, so I've got to, if I find it boring, I'll probably cut it. And cutting down trees, gathering sticks, gathering rocks, and loading up the boat is extremely boring, so I'm not going to subject you to that. Now, this is the way I do log holders on the boat, the houseboat, is I go with the 2/2 method. I've got a video that goes into a little bit more depth about it, but this is the best way. If you go the 3/3 method, which I did on the large raft video, these were made a while ago, the houseboat has issues, so you just do this method. And it's good enough. You could fit about, how many is there? 12 or 13? Should be able to fit enough. It's a lot of sticks though. It's over 200 sticks. Man, that's a lot. But it'll be worth it. Yeah, I had issues with shadow play. That's what I used to record. Yeah, I've heard a few people have issues with it, but I don't know, it works well with my video card and everything. But what happens is when it gets an update, it resets a lot of the settings, and it resetted my audio settings and my hotkeys, and I didn't record a lot of it, and then the sound had issues, and I'm just no, I don't want to deal with this. But it was good, but in a way, because all the footage was mostly gathering crap for the boat and building stuff. But I managed to get the main parts, that how I set the boat up. There's no real special way, just try and keep it compact. You haven't got much room to play with, so it's not good to muck around too much anyway. Now this video is going to be chopped and changed a bit with the audio and my recordings, but most of it was recorded at the time. I'd say 95%. I just had to record some bits to fill in the gaps because, oh, the issues I was having was a nightmare. I almost chucked a tantrum. I like when the trees clump together at the bottom of the hill, as they've done with the edge of the river here, the mouth. Makes it handy for collecting. Should have brought it over closer though. It's weird that there was never any deer around here. And then I walked down into that little bit near the mouth there, and then they spawn. I've seen this happen before. Maybe walking in certain areas will trigger different things. But before I leave, I need cloth because I have none. Strength is going up still. That's good. Yeah, I've been using all my cloth on making rope. I kind of wish I hadn't, but that's what it's used for. I don't usually make bone armor. I'm more of a stealth person, so I save the bones for bone arrows, but each to their own. If you're kind of new to the game, probably stick to bone armor rather than bone arrows, just because you want that extra protection. I thought I had enough twin berries. Maybe I didn't collect them all over in the fertile lands. Full now. There's a little spot just over here somewhere. Yeah, there's a little spot over here somewhere. And there's always blueberries there for me. I'm gonna check it out and see what I can find. Usually, oh look, perfect. Well, there's one bush there. One. There's a lot of plants here too. It's just twin berries, twin berries. Oh man, come on. Yeah, I can't be bothered looking for them, to be honest. It's just such a waste. Yeah, stuff that. Just gonna keep raiding the village. You gotta really manage your time well in this game. You don't want to spend too much time stuffing around on things that are just not that important. God, there seems to be so much more fuel in the game that I hadn't noticed before. Yeah, for those who don't know, the cloth respawns every time you restart the game. In the Cannibal village anyway. Well, for most places. So you can come back here multiple times and get cloth. You'll probably find over the course of a game you will come back here a fair bit. Just keep in mind that the Cannibal village has the most patrol routes coming through it. So, it's a lot of fun. Doesn't look like there's any enemies here this time. I really need to turn the sound up. I need to get my headphones working because, yeah, I'm actually playing with very little sound because I'm using my speakers. It's really stupid, isn't it? I could have sworn I opened up these suitcases before. Oh no, that's right. On the first day I was getting chased by like 2 groups of cannibals, the starving one and the leader one. They said they fixed the soda cans. They still shoot in the air when you broke open the box. Oh, what's that? That's a new box. I haven't seen that one. Oh crap. Oh, you're kidding me? They're still doing this. I thought they friggin' fixed this. This is a bug that's been going on, and a few of my subs have actually mentioned about it. They just stand there, docile as anything. Apparently if you attack them, they will attack you, but yeah, they just don't respond otherwise. Because they weren't moving at all. If I was stealthing it, I shouldn't use that word. Usually that actually means something else. If I was actually using stealth, they would have been moving around still, but they're just dead standing there. I've seen it happen in the last patch, but I don't know. God, the rock is awful for opening boxes. I suppose it makes sense if you think about it in real life. If you're trying to hit something on the ground with a rock, the rock's pretty heavy. You got to go with the momentum. Oh god, I should have saved some of my dynamite. Put it on the catapult before I come here. That way I could have saved some. Yeah, don't want to waste my booze. I don't know why I'm making Molotovs, to be honest. I never use them. It takes way too long to light them. Oh well, it uses them up, and I'm not really too keen on making weapon upgrades while in the middle of the Cannibal village. It's too risky. Especially when I've got no sound, or barely any sound. I really just sort the sound issue out. I'm complaining about it too much. This pond is really hard to find. I always lose it. I built in the Cannibal village once before. I've seen a few YouTubers do it, but it's boring. It really is. It's because you just get attacked all the time, and because of all the buildings in the way, you can't really build anything too cool. It just gets boring. You want to break from it, and you can get attacked from all sides. You might as well find somewhere else. Now this is where I put my large cabinet. Just right on the edge there. Fits quite nicely, I think. Why am I grabbing it from the log sled? I'll just grab it from the roof. This is an easy way to do it. Sorted. I need to move it closer to get everything else on. Might load up some of the catapults. Put some of the rocks on it. I think I should build a rock holder on it. Starting to think, because this building idea I've got going, I really think it's a good idea. It's going to need a lot of rocks. Well, not a lot, just I don't want to have to be moving the boat on and off shore all the time. The boat's so slow. I really wish they would actually add a motor to the game that you can attach to boats. I reckon it'd be so cool. I mean, we've got fuel for the chainsaw. What would it be? 2-stroke fuel. You could get a 2-stroke motor for the boat. Easy. Just going to put all my medication and meds on here. Back at the Cannibal camp, the main Cannibal village, I kept opening up suitcases having meds, but I couldn't pick up any of them because I was full. Oh, if you don't know, I'm actually wearing full stealth armor at the moment. Full stealthing. God, I got a terrible sense of humor. I swear this game's bugged out. I haven't caught any rabbits since placing those rabbit traps. I placed it like 2 days ago. I think I need to verify the game's cache in this one, eh? It's been having too many issues. Just textures aren't loading properly, and I keep getting these graphical glitches, these lines appearing over the screen. Things aren't loading within the right distance. It's really frustrating. I don't know why, I've got all the settings up high. Might be because I switched from 4K recording back to 1080p. It was too much of a hassle editing 4K footage because it's really big and it takes forever to encode. Like, oh God, man, like I don't even, if I can, it makes me cry thinking about it. I remember it was a range video. I was messing around with the record settings and it took 7 hours for a 10-minute video. I'm just so done with the crap, man, and it's just too much. I might sound like I'm frustrated. I'm not really, but wow, it was insane. And then I seen some mistakes in it, and I'm just like, this is the worst video I've ever made. It wasn't like, I don't think it was worst quality, but oh wow, it was just a nightmare. The testing I had to do. I don't think I'm going to test the AoE on weapons. I just don't think I have the patience anymore. Like, the range was hard enough, but AoE is just going to be a nightmare. Even if I move the mouse the slightest, it's going to throw off the test results. So I'll have to recalibrate keys to do the hitting and all that crap. Oh, I don't think it's worth it. I don't know. I'll see how I'll go. When you destroy log sleds with a hole cutter, look what happens. It's a rainbow. That happens nearly every time you clear a log sled. Might as well clear the meat racks. Might leave the water catchers though. The reason I clear them is the more structures you have in a... Oh God, what is this? So many bugs. Yeah, the reason I clear the structures is because the more structures there are in a game, the longer your game will take to load. And when you're moving into those areas, your game's going to also take, it's going to slow down the game. My theory on this is if you build whatever you want in single player and your machine can take it, that's fine. And I'm in that boat, I can play 4K, no trouble. But the problem is if you build like that in single player and then you go to multiplayer and you take those habits with you, you might have friends that be using potatoes or something as computers and they won't be able to play on your game because you're just a build freak. But if your friends join, and they don't have a good computer, they're going to have issues. The game will be unplayable for them. If you've got a big, massive house, they won't be able to even walk into it without it just being 2-3 frames a second. If you don't play multiplayer, it's no issue. It's just something to keep in mind. And also the longer load times. I'll give you an example, like it can really extend the load times. Like, I think a fresh game for me with nothing on it was about 20 seconds. But once you've got about, say, 20 hours of gameplay in it, of building, it would probably take about 3 minutes from a fresh load. Managed to catch a rabbit. Had to save and exit to restart the game and get it working again. I don't know what's been causing the bugs, but whatever. I'm going to put a stick holder in here as well because I really would rather save the catapults for more important things than sticks. Caught another rabbit. Nice. Nice, mate. Nice. I should have done this to begin with, but I usually do when I come here, the fertile lands. I'll set up a few rabbit cages, or a few rabbit traps, actually. Rabbit traps. I keep calling them rabbit traps. They're animal traps. Yeah, I set a few up and try and catch as much as I can. There's a second one. 2 rabbits. I'll be able to start breeding them soon. Now, for those who don't know, rabbits breed when you sleep. You need to sleep for them to breed. And there needs to be 2 or more in there. I did a lot of testing on it, and honestly, the best way to breed them, you might think this is unethical, but as I always say, it's up to the individual. What you do is you place the 2 rabbits in each cage of what you've got, you save, and then you sleep. If you wake up and they haven't bred, then you reload and just keep repeating the same process until they breed. That's what I do. I don't mind doing it. It works very well. Though your patience might run short, it will speed up the process because catching rabbits is a nightmare. So any little bit of extra help can be good. I'm making this gameplay a little bit longer as I've had a few requests for it, and it's just, it actually makes my job a lot easier. So the less editing I have to do, the more content I can produce. And because I'm rather new to video editing, like, I don't think I've told anyone this on my channel. I only started making videos about 5 months ago. Before that, I could barely piece together anything in Movie Maker, Windows Movie Maker. And yeah, I've just decided to commit myself and learn it, and I have. Never did anything else before that. So I think I've done pretty well. But yes, I'm still learning a lot, and especially with Photoshop and that's what I've been mainly working on. So that's the footage there. It wasn't that exciting, but I had to get the boat up and running. And that would have been about 2.5 hours worth of footage. I guarantee I will be leaving this place next time. I've set everything up, I will be leaving. In the next video, I'll be showing you the places to stop off. I will actually be going around the entire island because where I want to build is on the complete opposite side. So I'm going to show you the best places to stop off and pick stuff up. And if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers.